Hey y'all, we're back again. So now we're going to look at some water soluble crayons and things like that. So let me get you the right way and move this piece of watercolor paper that we tested out my watercolor collection. So, or at least the ones I was considering getting rid of. So that should be a video before this one if you missed it and would like to see that one. Okay. So I have some water and stuff spread out all around me. And I thought I would give you a little, sample of what I have, what I'm keeping, what I recommend as far as this is concerned. I don't have my not the ink tints, but the other ones. I don't know why I can't remember their name. I don't have those sitting out here. Those are in my art bag. I'm definitely not getting rid of those. But I can do a demo on those at another point in time. But right now we're just going to look at my lower end products. Okay, first thing I have here is the Crayola Twistable Slick Sticks. There is a blue one. Do not know where it is. I mean, I have it. It's somewhere, but I don't know where. Now, when you put these down, they're like boom, right? They're very, very vivid of a thing. The problem with these is I haven't enjoyed them that much in coloring books with backgrounds because they streak. So, if you were just coloring like that and having it like that, it's a wowzer. But when you start adding your water is where the problem comes in. So let me show you. Now, as I mentioned in the other video, all this demoing here is being done on watercolor paper. So everything is going to be, on its best behavior. So yeah, that looks really good on this kind of paper. But think about our coloring books and think about, how thin some of the papers are and how you can't, you can't overwork that paper too much or you're going to be sorry that you did. So I'm definitely going to keep these because, well, they're just fun to use for one thing. And I do need to keep some supplies that are kid friendly. And I do believe these are non-toxic and all of that stuff. I don't have the box anymore. And, they are fun on some watercolor paper. For me personally, I don't like using them in coloring books unless the paper is super good. And even then, oh, I have to sneeze. Ah. Okay, no. Even then, like on Johanna Basford's paper, I've used these and I had to do several layers. And then, you start overworking the paper. So, just a thought, my opinion, you might have a different opinion. Now, along those same lines, I do have these. These are, it's called Create Your Own Smooth Gel Crayons distributed by Five Below. Yeah, I remember buying these in, I don't know, maybe around 2018, 17, somewhere in there. When I was first making videos, I don't even think it was this channel. I think it was my other channel. And I found these and I thought, oh, these are great. These are great. And if you could find these again somehow, I would highly recommend these. I like these better than the Crayola ones. Again, they're, these thick gel crayons, they're a very pigmented thing. It's just all in how you, how much water you're going to use and spreading them out on the paper, and the paper that you're going to use is going to make the big difference. You get a lot of product in this. When you roll it up, like a lipstick, when you roll it up, you see that you're going to get quite a bit in here. So for a gel crayon set to be $5, I like them. I think they were a really good bargain, and I've used them a lot. They mix together well. And, yeah, you get all of these colors. And there's a lot in here, as I said. Some things when you roll them up, you're like, wow, that's all. But these, I remember when I first got them, I unrolled them. Well, here's a brown one. I've used it some. But let's see. So still going. I don't want to go too far and have it flop out on me, but you know, like I said, I've used this one some, and there's still that much left in there. So you do get quite a bit, and they go far. So if you can find these at your Five Below, or if they come out with them again and you see them, definitely worth $5. Okay, now let me move stuff over here. One of my oldest things that I have is my Reeves watercolor crayons. I mean, these babies have been through it. I think I got these during college days, and I went to college in the late 90s, early 2000s. So when I was taking some different art classes, you know, money was super tight then. My kids were all little. So, you know, I just could get whatever I could get. And I don't remember anymore where I found these at. But I did find them. And I have used them for years. And I just love the colors that Reeves uses on their products, because they are the true art colors. Let's see if I can find some, like something with the name on there anymore. This one just says dark green. But yeah, they are pigmented. They are, this is, you know, this is like a very, how do I want to put it? Highly pigmented crayon, I guess, is the only way I could explain it. But you see the difference between the Five Below ones and the Reeves. So Reeves makes some good stuff, and it's not expensive. I don't remember anymore how much the Reeves were. I mean, like I said, I've had these since college days, and they have definitely seen a better day. But I like them so much that I do keep a hold of them. Because they're good for making backgrounds. They're good for, you know, they're pretty. So there's those. Definitely keeping those. I don't think there's going to be much to purge in my this section here. So now, there is a rumor, myth, I don't know, talking about any kind of oil pastel is water soluble. So let's go ahead and test that myth out right now. Okay, this is Master's Touch 12 Neon Oil Pastels. I do like oil pastels, and I didn't start liking them until I started watching Black Bean CMS. I've told you guys about him before. He blew the heck up, which I knew he would, because he is fantastic. And when you watch him, you just want to run and get your oil pastels, because he makes it look so easy. And, you know, when I went and did that, I did make a picture, and I did really like it just by watching him. Whereas if you try to learn oil pastel, I guess it's all in the teacher. You try to learn it from a book or something, you know, maybe not your thing. But so I had put these in my donate box a while ago, and I had not donated them. And that's when I realized, this was after I discovered Black Bean CMS, I was like, oh my gosh, these will be so good in my oil pastel drawings. So let me go dig those back out. And I did. I dug these back out of my donate box. And I'm keeping them because like I said, I like to do oil pastel drawings now. Oh, I should have said Hobby Lobby, Master's Touch, $6.99, a regular price. I got them on clearance for $1.75, which is why I bought them. So let's look and see our oil pastels, regular ones. Are they water soluble? And the answer to me is a no. So, yeah. If you have been wondering about that, guys, this is the answer. The answer is no. I mean, you can push that color around a tiny bit, but it's going to leave a big blob in the middle, and then, you know, I'm getting a lot of flaking off. So that is the answer to that question. So I won't even bother with these, because these are Pentel Oil Pastels, and I have had these even longer. I have had these since I worked at Ben Franklin as a picture framer. I don't know if you guys remember Ben Franklin, but that was like the OG Hobby Lobby. And I worked in the framing department. I used to frame, you know, artwork. And I bought these when I was working there. So only one of my children was born. That was in the 90s. That's how long I've held on to these. And I don't know. We'll just, like, they're just... See, guys, this is my problem. This is why I could never be a minimalist. It's the nostalgia. It just kills me. I can't... When I look at something and it reminds me of times and people, and, oh, I just get so bad. I can't. But you can see the Pentel Oil Pastels work very nice. I like them. I will probably have these, you know, until I croak. When they come clean out my stuff, they'll be like, there's Mom's oil pastels from before we were born. Yep. So if you like oil pastels, or you want to give oil pastel drawing a try, get you a nice, you know, yeah, I wouldn't go with like the cheapest, although Black Bean CMS, I will link his channel below. He even shows you how to use Crayola oil pastels, and believe it or not, I don't even own those, and you would think I would, since I own Crayola everything else, but I don't. But anyways, if you want like a nice mid-range set of oil pastels, I like the Pentels. I like them a lot. One more thing I have here is these are water-soluble oil pastels. So what I wanted to basically highlight here today is that when people say oil pastels are all oil pastels are water-soluble, that's what I wanted to show you, that they're not. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for an oil pastel that can be used in more than one way, you might want something like this. These are water-soluble oil pastels for wet or dry work. Portfolio series, and there's 24 in here. Gosh, I cannot remember anymore, you guys, how much these are. They're not that much. Maybe like around $10 or something. They open up like this, and then they pop out here out of the bottom. So let's take out a color here. We have blue violet. So now, if you were just doing a regular drawing, and say you're, you know, doing some kind of sky or something, right? So you can use these dry and mix your colors together. Then, if you want to make a wet drawing, or you want it to blend in a different way, you can add your water. Again, oil pastel, so it's not going to be as easy to move around as our regular watercolors. You're going to have to, you know, work with it a little bit. But you can see in comparison to this one, which didn't move at all, that the water-soluble oil pastels will move around for you. And then also, again, I just want to remind you one more time to keep in mind that I am working on watercolor paper. So everything that I'm showing you is kind of, you know, on its best behavior, because I'm using water, and that's what this paper is for. So you can see that you can move these around. Now, I have seen people take and use like a smudge stick, or what do you call it? Hang on, I'll get one right here and show you. Not a smudge stick. That's what it does, Mary. That's not what it's called, though. One of these. Paper tortillon. Okay, so I've seen people use these in coloring books by doing this way. I'm not sure it's going to work on this watercolor paper, so we'll see. But so you would put it down, and you can blend it out using one of these. Yeah, it's really kind of pointless on this watercolor paper, but on our shinier papers, you could use it that way, and it will work for you that way. So, what am I going to keep? I'm keeping all of it. This isn't going so well, guys. This is not going so well. While I have you here, I should go ahead and show you my pastels too, huh? Here is my oldest pastels. You can tell this is old because this is a Pop Rocks container. I know they still make Pop Rocks, but this is an old Pop Rocks container. And these are, some of these are from my college days. These small little pieces that are left are from my college days. This is a glue gun finger protector for smudging them. Here are some General's pastels here, and then I have another layer underneath here of more colors down there, you can see. So I don't like to use pastels as much as water soluble things. Just the texture kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. But you know, I will use them on a background because it's a pretty fast way to do a background in a page. So there's one set that I have, and definitely keeping that set. All right. I have, this was a gift from my daughter. This is Reeves soft pastels here. So I just told you, you know, about the Reeves, I put them over there. The crayons, the water-soluble crayons. Well, Reeves also makes soft pastels, which look like this. So we'll just pop one out and show you. You get a nice coverage, a nice color. You get a good color selection. So like I said before, I really like Reeves products. For the price, you get a lot of bang for your buck. So there is my set of Reeves. And then I have, also was a gift from my daughter. And believe it or not, not my favorite set. This is the Faber Castell 50 oil pastels here. I have more trouble blending these than I do some of these other ones. Maybe I just haven't worked with them enough. I don't know. But they do have the scratchy. So when you build up all your layers, when you're doing a picture with oil pastel, you build up your layers, you use this to get some cool textures in there. That's like the best part. So, what is it about these that get on my nerves? They're like more gummy, and they leave like more residue behind, I guess. Maybe that's because, you know, they really are for doing the pictures with, you know, portraits and that kind of thing, and you're supposed to scratch that all off. I really don't know, you guys. I have not researched enough into these. I used them when I was first doing some stuff with my oil pastels. I you know, picked these up because, of course, it seemed like a better brand and a lot of color choices. And I just did not, and it could have been the paper I was using as well, because I was using sketchbook, and it was sketchbook paper. So I am not an expert on oil pastels whatsoever. That's why I'm going to leave you Black Bean CMS's link in the description so that you can go watch some really fun, him make some really fun creations. So, you know, it could be the paper I was using. It could have been my technique was no good, which I highly would think that's part of the problem. Highly suspect that's part of the problem. But, you know, anyway, it just wasn't a good experience, but I'm going to keep them and try to make more pictures with oil pastels, because it's very enjoyable once you start the blendy and the going over the top, and yeah, it's just really cool. So you guys, you have seen my water soluble crayons collection. You've seen my oil pastel collection. this is my purge, and what did I purge? Not a thing, right? No. All right, so I didn't do so good with this one, but we're gonna have to go through markers, I think, still yet before I move. I'm not gonna do pencils because I'm taking all the pencils. I don't want to make a hasty decision on pencils, you know, because they're not something that, you know, you just want to keep replacing. So I'm going to bring all my pencils with me, and then when I get set up in my new place, wherever it is I'm going to be working, I'm going to go through all the pencils then, and I'll show you my collection then. So thanks for your likes and your shares and your views, and comment if you have anything you want to add, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.